allow me not to use the microphone and use the... Is that okay? Yes. For the sake of the sound clarity for the camera, I've been requested not to use the microphone, but use the microphones that are connected to the cameras. Honorable members of the press and the various organizations represented in this gathering today from the civil society, I want to thank you because I have seen you come for me when I was at my lowest. The day I was petitioned out of parliament for not accepting a flimsy answer from the cabinet secretary in charge of interior, Kipchumba Murkomen, I was at my lowest as I walked out of parliament when other women in the same house were jeering at me. When they looked at me, even there is one woman leader, a woman representative. If you listen to that clip, there is one woman in that clip who said, "Tutakupiga vita." If you listen to that clip, there is one woman who said, "Tutakupiga vita." That was my lowest. My lowest because I have been in the women movement in this country since I was 19 years old. I have been participating in the arena of trying to make sure that women politicians get political space for them to make critical decisions like the one I'm trying to make. It defeated me to see women representatives and women MPs watch me as I was getting patronized by men, including the speaker himself, and they never defended me for standing for the rights of the women of Kenya. That is the lowest Kenya has gone on matters of women rights. So on Wednesday, 13th August 2025, I staged a protest in the National Assembly against the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Assembly Administration, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, for failing to effectively oversee the arrest of the prime suspect in the femicide of 42 women whose bodies were discovered at Kware dam site in July of 2024. In response, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Moses Wetangula, issued a 20-day suspension against myself, barring me from using my office and from appearing in Parliament to represent my constituents, some of whom are here with me today. This is punitive action, and it is viewed as an attempt to silence both myself and the broader anti-femicide movement of Kenya, which continues to demand accountability from security agencies for failing to protect Kenyan women and girls from gender-based killings. In his response to my question in Parliament on the Kware dam site murders, the CS Murkomen confirmed that after 13 months, the Directorate of Criminal Investigation, that is the DCI, has only positively identified 5 out of 42 bodies. Please note, after 13 months, that is 1 year and 1 month, they have only been able to identify only 5 out of 42 bodies. He further admitted that since 20th August 2024, the prime suspect Collins Jumaisi escaped from police custody. The DCI has made no meaningful progress in locating him or identifying other suspects. Since 2016, over 930 women have been murdered in Kenya. I want to repeat, since 2016, over 930 women have been murdered in Kenya, yet only 216 perpetrators have been prosecuted. CS Murkomen's failure to aggressively pursue the perpetrators of the Kware femicide cases not only demonstrates contempt of the victims, but also reinforces the pattern that, under the current government watch, perpetrators of femicide can kill women and traumatize family with impunity. Speaker Wetangula's decision to act against myself rather than holding CS Murkomen accountable for failing to fulfill his constitutional duty to safeguard internal security, further perpetuates this pattern of contempt against women's rights. It is particularly alarming that following his flippant treatment to myself and other leaders like Senator Gloria, who has gone through the same, Murkomen went on to dismiss the BBC Africa Eye documentary, Madams, exposing Kenya's child sex trade in Maimahio in Girigiri, describing it as an attack on Kenya's image. This reflects a consistent unwillingness to address urgent and systematic threats to women and girls of Kenya. My suspension is a call to action to all Kenyans to stand in solidarity with the femicide victims and to demand accountability from state institutions going forward. Wamama Viva!
Viva!
I commit as a member of parliament elected by the power of the vote, enshrined by the Kenyan Constitution, as a woman leader of this country, as a mother of girls and boys, I will continue to play my critical and active role in defending the rights of women, mothers, girls, and children of Kenya.
Viva!
I will not be cowed by such activities and actions as seen or witnessed in last parliament activity patronized by Speaker Moses Wetangula.
What a shame.
I want to remind Speaker Moses Wetangula that any woman elected in the National Assembly is not a mama. Any woman elected in the National Assembly is referred to as honorable member. Mamas are languages that are used to bring down the women's status in the society. Mamas are called to us whenever we are in our homes. But when we are in parliament, we are honorable members of parliament. Wamama Viva!
Viva!
As a woman leader in this country, I want to register my disappointment with the government of the day. President William Ruto, the patron of my party that has sponsored me in the National Assembly, committed to a national women charter and promised to deliver sanitary towel to every deserving girl of this country. 2 years and a half are gone. That has not been done. President William Ruto, you have failed the girls of Kenya.
Shame.
President William Ruto committed through a national charter, which he committed through the commitment of a personal signature, to provide diapers to lactating mothers of Kenya. It is now 2.5 years, and those diapers to lactating mothers have not been delivered. President William Samoei Ruto, you not only failed to deliver diapers, you have refused to protect the dignity of mothers during delivery by providing a cover called Leader Mama. You have failed the women of Kenya. As I complete my press statement today, I want to reassure the women of Kenya, those that are aspiring to become MCAs, those that are aspiring to become members of parliament, governors and senators, do not back down. Continue pressing on. Some of us are suffering so that tomorrow you can occupy our spaces.
Thank you.
Prepare to occupy parliament through parliamentary votes. Prepare to come and sit on the seat that Wamuchomba sits in parliament. Prepare to be governors, prepare to be senators, so that our voice can be amplified as the women of Kenya. Viva! Viva Wamama Viva!
Viva!
Viva Wamama Viva!
Viva!
From today, we are continuing to rally the call to action to protect the women of Kenya from harassment from the police, harassment from patriarchal system of political parties, and harassment from their workplaces. Senator Orwoba said something that I think Kenya has not heard. Her problems and wars started when she talked about sexuality, sexual harassment in the corridors of offices of government. Senator is speaking on behalf of so many women who are quiet. There are so many women who are intimidated in their job workplaces, women intimidated in political parties, women intimidated in colleges and universities, and Senator is speaking for so many women. continue praying for us, continue standing with us, and thank you very much for coming to stand with me as I give my presser today. Asanteni sana. Thank you.
Superpower, women's power, superpower, women's power, superpower.
Okay, let's organize. I want to hear you say it again. Organize.
Organize to take political power.
Very good. Organize to take political power. Yes. Because without political power, all these things we are speaking here, they are not going to happen. Lazima wamama wawe pale kwa kukata keki. Wamama hai. Wamama hai. Sha inafanya haifanyi. Sha inafanya haifanyi. Wamama wanateseka hawateseki. Haya, sasa wacha tusikie dada yetu akisema maneno ya sha kama inafanya ama haifanyi. Nilisema leo nimeitana wafanye public participation maneno ya wamama. Karibu.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mimi naitwa Auntie Rose, natoka Kiambu. Part of me is in Roiro na ingine iko Limuru. And today it's very unfortunate that our own constitution 2010 vows to protect family units. We cannot have families if women cannot even give birth peacefully, if they cannot afford maternal health, if they cannot afford basic human right in terms of health. Na nafikiri, I think this thing has become a burden. Na everybody of us, each one of us amezaliwa. Na saa ile tunafungia wamama hospitali kwa sababu ya bill. Saa ile tunafungia wamama hata kuafford kuzaa huyo mtoto hata akiwa nyumbani haiwezekani. Linda mama. Siku imeisha, sasa hata kwenda hospitali ni shida. I think we need to have sustainable solution. And I'm glad Honorable wetu Wamuchomba, she is very vocal. And it is our prayer as women that the next election, we have 50 to 60 women as vocal as Wamuchomba. Because if that does not happen, we will not have a country. Remember, it is us who forms a nation. And if our children are not safe, if women are not safe, if health is not affordable and accessible, this is not a country anymore. And I think going forward, Muhesh, please recruit, saidia our wasichana na sisi wote, be our role model. Because come 2027, you will be shocked. Ile 2/3 gender, tunalilianga, mutashtuka. Will all of us be in that parliament? Asanteni sana, and God bless our women and our children and our sons. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Viva mama, viva.
Viva.
Nataka makofi ya huyu mama, makofi. Oh. Thank you very much. You know, she has rightly put it that we need women to occupy the spaces of advocacy. And spaces of advocacy in Kenya can only be efficient if you lead civil societies as women, lead parastatals as women, lead government as women. And that is why some of us are fighting the way we are fighting politically, so that we can create for you a space. Do you want the space?
Yes.
Ninataka kuwaona nyinyi wote bunge la taifa 2027.
Yes.
Hello? Nataka kuona Gen Z, wa mama millennials, wa mama wale wako miaka yangu, wale wamenipita miaka yangu, wale wa menopause, wote. Tupatane bunge, wa mama hai. Wa mama hai. Tutakuwa na combination ya wamama wote. Wale wananyonyesha, wale wamebeba, wale wamebebeshwa, wale wanyanyesha, wote si ni wetu. When I speak about women and health, matters health, I think women are the victim of any ill health policy in Kenya. We are the victims because mzee akiwa mgonjwa ni mzigo wa mama. Mtoto akiwa mgonjwa, mzigo wa mama. Na youth wakiwa wagonjwa, mzigo wa mama. Na wakongwe wakiwa wagonjwa, mzigo wa mama. Na mhubiri akiwa mgonjwa, mzigo wa mama. Na mama mwenyewe akiwa mgonjwa, mzigo wake. Wa mama mutabeba mzigo tena? No, that is why we are here, because we want to say sisi ndio tunabeba mzigo. Puda imefanya nini? Munataka nini? Munataka kupumzika, sio? very well. Amongst the people that are here, we have one honorable lady who came to parliament through nomination as a senator. And we have seen her in the corridors of justice trying to fight for her rights. And that lady is actually taking the footstep of this giant, yours truly, Mama Makelele Gathoni Wamuchomba. Unajua, in Kenya, if you speak sense and you're audible, they call you Mama Makelele. If you walk strongly and boldly, they call you Mama Maringo. If you are bright and intelligent na unasoma, wanakuita Mama Chopi. Alafu ukikataa kuwekwa kwa box na kupangwa na wanaume katika political space, wanasema wewe ni bad girl. Sasa mnataka niendelee ama nikuwagoe? Niendelee. Tuendelee. Bwana sisiki tuendelee. Sasa hiyo maneno yote mnataka kuniita, hiyo yote muniite yote, lakini haki ya wamama lazima itetewe na itendeke. Hebu kwanza nisikie kutoka kwa huyu mama. Huyu mama ni rafiki yangu sana na napenda vile anaongeanga maneno ya wamama. Hebu tuambie majina na utuambie kwa nini mimi nilikujua.
Habari zenu? Kwa majina naitwa Victoria Atieno, natoka kwa Islam, niko hapa chini informal settlement ya Mathare, na nimefurahi sana kwa sababu sisi wote tuko hapa. I am here to stamp with authority ya kwamba sisi kama wamama tuko tayari kupigana kwa njia yoyote kwa kila kitu yenye tuko nayo. Wamama hatutanyanyaswa tena, hatutadhulumiwa, hatutakuwa stigmatized kwa sababu mnatupatia mimba, tukitoa hizi mimba mnatustigmatize kwa community. Mnatupatia mimba, mnaturuka, tukiongelelea nyinyi ndio mnakuwa frontline kutustigmatize. Nimewaambia tuko hapa tayari na tuko tayari kupambana na wale wote ambao wako kinyume na sheria yetu, si ndio? Tuko hapa kupambana na nyinyi, hatutacheka na nyinyi. Asanteni. Very well.
Again?
African women on the front line.
Tusimame kwa wamama ambao wanatuona kwa TV, wale wanatuona kwa social media. Tuko na slogan ambayo tunaanza ya kuambia wamama musilale. Ile wimbo tulikuwa tunaiba wakati wa Martha Karua, wamama musilale.
Lale lale wamama musilale.
Bado mapambano.
African women on the front line. Educate, liberate, celebrate. Mama asifiwe, asifiwe tena na tena, milele na milele, amina. If you strike a woman, you strike her. Ukimshika mwanamke umemshika jabali. Na sisi tuko rada, wakijua kwanza sisi majenzi na itakuwa rahisi. Unaona? Venye wanataka kutukujia hivyo head on, hata sisi tutakuja hivyo head on. Jua kuna venye nitaingia kwa nyumba saa 5 ati juu naogopa. Ati nitaingia nyumba, nitaambia sistangu ingie kwa nyumba 5 juu naogopa safety yake. Unaona? Na sisi kama wanawake hatutanyamaza na hatutachoka. Hata hizo street tutazioccupy. Mkituua na muwe bado mabwana zetu, mabrothers zetu, we will occupy. Na tutabitishwa na anything. So wenye na our leaders wenye tumewaelect, mbona kama mmoja wetu hapa niliwatch nini yako kwa iko nini. Unaona? Hiyo struggle kama ukijua sisi tuko nyuma yako. Hata wakukataa ukatae, waambie uko na watu wako. Hatutishi. African women on the front line. You get liberate, celebrate. Asifiwe. Asifiwe tena na tena milele. Wamama wetu
Nita Gloria akuje atuongeleshe. Wamama mko? Tuko. Mko kweli? Tuko. Sikatiwe. My sister, Honorable Wamuchomba, you have no idea the motivation that you have given some of us. Yeye anaweza kuwa anafanya vile anafanya akifikiria ako tu peke yake. We are watching you. We are following you. Some of us who are your younger sisters, we are so much inspired.
when we see you there. Wamuchomba amefukuzwa bunge kwa sababu ya kuongea. Let me also encourage you. I am the most chased away senator from that chambers. There is even a joke in parliament. Leo anafukuzwa ama afukuzwe. Not once, Mheshimiwa Wamuchomba, not twice, not 3 times. I cannot tell you how many times I have been chased from Senate because of speaking up for women and holding that mantle. That is in the public domain. Kwa hivyo ndio wamekuanzia. Na sisi tunasema wakufukuze tena na tena na tena, because that is what we want to see as women. Someone who is standing up and speaking for us in those spaces. Ama sivyo? Hatutaki maneno ya flower girls. Hatutaki maneno wanasema ya slay queens. Hatutaki maneno wanasema ya wale wameenda bunge pale kwa sababu wanaongea maneno ya ambayo wanaambiwa ongea. Tunataka mtu atasimama na aseme this is wrong, regardless of whether they'll be chased out or not. So my sister Wamuchomba, tuko na wewe. You are lucky that you are elected. And we are proud of you, because they can only chase you and chase you and chase you, but they cannot try to illegally evict you like they have done to me. So we are there with you. I don't have much to say today, but nataka kuwa inspire. Kitu ya kwanza, coming from the United Democratic Alliance, myself, a member of UDA, Honorable Wamuchomba will tell you, tukitembea kutafutia William Ruto kura, sisi kama wamama tulianzisha kitu inaitwa Kenya Kwanza Women Charter. An idea that was born by some of the greatest women minds, including Honorable Wamuchomba. I was there with her at the front line. Our President, His Excellency William Ruto, promised us through that charter, mpaka akaweka sahihi pale. Sisi tukamwambia tumedanganywa siku nyingi, tumedanganywa with the previous campaigns, tumedanganywa this time round. We want to hold you accountable, so we are going to put everything in writing and you are going to sign. And we went to Karen when he signed that women charter, and we launched that women charter in Nyayo Stadium. Those of you who are there can remember. We put on our flowers, we put on our dresses, and we signed a women charter. The First Lady was there. All the women were there. We celebrated because we felt for once in this space of politics, we are getting a president who understands women. That is what we felt. Niwaambie ama nisiwaambie nini ilikuwa kwa hiyo charter? In that charter, I will not even go to details, but I will speak of 5 things. Because I drafted that charter personally. In my computer, ni mimi nilifanya hiyo kazi. Tukashare na wamama wengine wakinipatia ideas. We accepted what we are going to put in the charter. Some of the women that you see as cabinet secretaries became cabinet secretaries because Wamuchomba and I fought that in that charter we must have a 50-50 cabinet secretary. Wamuchomba anadanganya ama ni kweli? We fought and said, in this government we are forming, we must make sure that we get 50-50 in the cabinet. Some women who are sitting as cabinet secretaries there are sitting there not because they deserve it, but because we fought for them to be there. So it really saddens me to see them very quiet when our women are dying, when our women are being mistreated, the sexual harassment. I have written to them and I've told them, shame on you. Shame on you. That women charter, mimi nikijua ninakuja kuzaa. Tulipigana tukasema, maternal health care must be taken care of. That in fact, Linda Mama, we are not going to remove it, but we are going to enhance it so that we add services. That is what we fought for. Wamuchomba amesema amemaliza kuzaa. Mimi bado nazaa. Na sijamaliza. Na mumeniona tu bunge nikizaa. Let nobody tell you that Linda Mama does not work. Myself, I did not go to United States kuzaa. Mimi hata mkitaka muende mchukue faili yangu Mama Lucy na hapa Mbagathi na Pumwani. Those are the places I went for my clinics. Mnanielewa? And I can tell you for a fact, some of the services are not covered. Lazima bado ulipie kitabu, lazima bado ulipie scan, lazima bado ulipie ile fee. I am telling you, not from a point of politics. My last born is right now 8 months old. Nadanganya sidanganyi? Mimi nimezaa, nisikize. And I want the president to listen because anadanganywa nao wanaume hawajazaa, hawajui maneno ya linda mama. Mimi nimezaa, it is not working. That was in the women charter. Wamuchomba and I, amongst other women, we fought and said we are tired of women being killed. We are so tired. And we said we must protect the women. Some of the things we talked about there was femicide. Some of the things that we talked about there, other than femicide, was even GBV, something that Wamuchomba is championing. Mumesikia hiyo obstructive, iko na jina kubwa, lakini mkae mkijua wamama wakienda kuzaa, there's a lot of violence in hospitals in different forms. OBV. You understand? We fought for these things so that we can be protected. Watu wakashika Biblia wakaapishwa, hiyo maneno ikaekwa kando. Women are still dying. You have seen me championing menstrual hygiene. Mpaka mnaniita mama pads. Mama wa kunyesha. I'm very proud of that. Kama singekuwa nanyesha singepata watoto. Na mimi I'm not done. I'm still giving birth. We said we are going to give free sanitary towels to all the children in our public schools. Is it happening? No. It's not happening. Wamuchomba has told you how parliament is captured. Parliament has been captured. Unataka kuuliza swali to a certain ministry, to a certain cabinet secretary, to a certain parastatal, a state department. Wale watu wako pale ndani wanakuzungusha to make sure that you don't ask that question. It is the same for legislative agenda. I have had a bill in parliament for sanitary pads. Saizi tunaingia mwaka ya 3. Wanajifanya wakisema we care about women. Why can't you pass that bill? Pass it so that children, girls can have sanitary pads. Watakuzungusha, wakuzungushe, wakususpend, venye wamesuspend Wamuchomba, wakanisuspend 6 months, mwishowe wakanitoa, sasa ndio huyu Wamuchomba anawasumbua. They are not interested because parliament is captured. Yani tuseme, if we have 3 wings of this country, now we have 2. Kwa sababu parliament na executive iko pamoja. Wacha nimalizie by saying this. Kware and femicide. Kware, as Wamuchomba has told you, 42 women is the number. Today we have seen our president is hosting 5,000 plus people from Kisii County. Mumeona hiyo kitu? 5,000 plus people from Kisii County. Do you know of the women in Kware, those 42 who were butchered, put in bags and thrown in the dump site? 17 are from Kisii. So when they are sitting in State House collecting handouts, I would like for the president to answer, while in State House or otherwise, those 17, kwa sababu umeita wa Kisii leo State House ukaweka huko, those 17 women who are butchered and put in bags and thrown in the dump site, wacha kutufunga macho na hiyo pesa unatupatia, meanwhile you are killing our women. Tell us what happened to those 42 women in Kware. 17 of them who are kisses. Today you are sitting with kisses, drinking sodas in State House. Tell us what you're doing to our people, killing our people. Wamuchomba, I want to finish by saying congratulations. You all don't know, but the Kenya Association of the Women Parliamentarians, an organization called KEWOPA, which is supposed to have parliamentarians who are women fighting for women, is dead. The agenda they are pushing is not the agenda for women, and they need to wake up. Wamuchomba is the immediate chair of KEWOPA, wakamtoa. And walimtoa, and the spirit of KEWOPA died. The spirit of the likes of Martha Karua, Charity Ngilu, and Beth Mugo, the people who put together KEWOPA and gave the spirit of fighting for women and representation, it died when our immediate former chair Wamuchomba left. And
I think listening to Murkomen,
when the BBC expose was broadcasted, I saw Governor Susan Keheka, my sister, rise up very fast, address the matter, and even went further to create a task force in her county to investigate and tackle that issue once and for all. And I know Susan Keheka's facial expressions. And when she means business, I know. And that day she meant business. So when Senator Kipchumba Murkomen, our CS, comes on TV through Parliament to say it was a hoax, it only tells you that there is something they discovered that was so tarnishing that he was covering up. Because there is no way a governor in charge of the county that has an issue would behave the way she behaved, going to the extent of even creating the task force for that matter, and then a CS comes to Parliament and say it was a hoax. You know, this is a government that is in denial, that there are so many errors of omission and so many errors of commission under their watch, especially on matters women's rights. They have failed immensely. In fact, I can tell you because I said I started women movement activities when I was 19. This is the lowest Kenya has sunk. This is the lowest we have been as women movement, with the women movement of Kenya. It was not like this when we had Mother Karua and Charity Ngiro and Senator Beth Mogo and Satsiri Balire. It has never been like this. Akina Joki Dongo stood up on that floor of the house and defended. They made bills and acts that protected the dignity of women of Kenya. So I think Senator Murkomen is inept. He is completely inept. He cannot continue to serve as a minister in charge of interior if he cannot even defend the right of the woman he has in his own house and the daughters he has given birth to as a father. And his own mother. If Senator Murkomen, our CS, cannot be able to protect the right of his own mother, his own daughter, his own wife, he should actually resign before he's impeached. And for me, if you asked me, if I had numbers, I would impeach Murkomen tomorrow.
Murkomen must go.
But unfortunately, this parliament is captured.
Yes.
This parliament cannot even agree to even sign against Senator Murkomen's impeachment as a CS cabinet secretary. They cannot agree. Shame. But I wish we had 10 or 50 of us who would agree to impeach this guy. This guy is an embarrassment not only to Kenya but to the world.
Yeah,
he should be fired with immediate effect. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
What's your comment about the president's remarks on the committees that there is a lot of bribing? And to Senator Gloria, what would be your next steps after the court ruling that you can go back to the
For me, I heard the president say yesterday that there is a lot of bribery allegations happening in parliament, and I was surprised that he's talking about it 1 year after they've been able to use the same corridors, activities to impeach even Rigathi Gachagua. How was Rigathi Gachagua impeached? Haven't you heard from many members what was happening, what was traded between members of parliament and the executive? You want to tell me that you've never heard that during impeachment here, Rigathi Gachagua, there were some MPs who actually confessed that they were enticed with money so that they can sign the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua? You want to tell me this is the first time that you have heard this? Many members of parliament, many senators have even been on radio, on TV, saying they were lured into money so that they can sign. So President Ruto coming on TV in front of governors to say that parliament is corrupt, I think this guy has just realized that he has lost it.
Yeah.
So he's trying to redeem his image by now throwing all the mess he has done in the last 2.5 years to parliament. In fact, soon and very soon, you will hear him say, hata hizo finance bill, si mimi nilipitisha, ni wajumbe walipitisha. He's trying to cleanse himself, to redeem his image as he prepares for 2027. Lakini tunamwambia bila kumficha. Watufukuze wakatae kutufukuza. Sisi tumeamua, kama wamama wa Kenya tumeamua. Na ile tumeamua tutamuonyesha 2027 kwa ballot. Saa hii, we are here to press for issues that pertains women because campaigns have not started for the presidential elections. Thank you very much. You know, there's something that Wamuchomba has said about the Cabinet Secretary for Interior. When he comes to say it's a hoax, I want to remind him, Waziri Murkomen, your predecessor
Kindiki worked with me personally to deal with issues of femicide because he acknowledged, to deal with issues of sexual harassment because he acknowledged that they exist. So he's even contradicting his office because his office has a special program to deal with these matters. So if you ask me, as they have said, I personally don't believe, and this is one of the many other reasons with the noise I've been making, I don't believe that, let me say, with all due respect, Waziri Murkomen has the capacity to hold that office. In fact, he should have been left in sports. Wapige mipira huko nje. Now let me answer the question of what is my next step. I want you to take note of all the politicians. I don't hold on to titles. That is why even my social media pages don't have honorable or what. I am Gloria Orwoba. There can only be one me. By the time the court directed us from the High Court to go to the Political Parties Tribunal, it is because we were already in the Political Parties Tribunal. And in fact, we are there at the mercy of the judiciary because, as you have heard, Parliament is captured by the executive. Most of us are hanging on a very thin thread, and it is the judiciary that is holding us where we are. And we do hope, all of us, those who are being really sacrificed and punished for speaking the truth, that the judiciary will not fall into the trap of being captured by the executive. So there is no next step. I am alive. I am still fighting for women. I am still, you know, you are asking my question as if I died from the day they illegally removed me. I am still here. We are still working. The women are still with us. And as you can see, our spirit is not broken. They might have tried to break my spirit 10.5 million ways. But we are still here. Yeah.
Very good. I think I'm taking the last question.
Yeah.
Let me hear the lady first. Oh, okay. All right. Yes, my brother? Yes. Yeah. I knew that question will come. Because most of you, when you saw my presser, you were asking me whether I will comment about our Kenya Moja initiative. Please note, Kenya Moja initiative is an initiative of members of parliament who serve under the 13th parliament, both Senate and National Assembly. And we are not a political party. We are just a caucus of members of parliament. We are calling ourselves Kenya Moja because we come from all corners of Kenya. We represent all regions of Kenya. We are not caucusing so that we can form a political party. We are caucusing so that we can provide interventions and solutions to problems that Kenyans are going through now. We are not forming a coalition so that we can decide on what to do in 2027, because 2027 is 2 years to come. We have realized that in as much as we talk about 2027, young people of Kenya are dropping from university. Women of Kenya are being butchered. Children of Kenya are hungry. And so we realize our mandate right now, that is why we were elected, is to go and fight for Kenyans for what is happening now. And that is why we came together. If you listen to us, like for example, when we went for our first meeting in Saboti constituency, we spoke issues. Issues of sanitary towels came up. Issues of diapers came up. Issues of Linda Mama came up, because we had gone for a women activity meeting, and 2/3 gender came up. So we are not coming together so that we can form a political party. But if Kenyans believe us, if Kenyans believe that what we are saying is what they want, if Kenyans realize that we are the right people to resonate and to advocate for their rights, and decide to make us what they would want to make us in 2027, so be it. And we are going to stick together as Kenya Moja. We are going to continue pressing this government together. I'm sure you have seen me press Matters Coffee. I was here with all national cooperative leadership of coffee in Kenya. And all I was doing the whole day was to press for Matters Coffee. And that is what we are doing. We are pressing for Kenyans' issues as Kenya Moja, advocating for the Kenyans' needs. And if that will mutate to a political party, or will mutate to a coalition, or will mutate to a force that you can reckon with and go with for 2027 election,
I'll be very happy if that happens. But for now, we are a caucus. Thank you.
Thank you. Asa kupigania wamama ambao wakipata watoto katika maternity care wanafungiwa kwa mahospitali kwa sababu hawajalipiwa bill zao za hospitali. Hiyo inaitwa obstetrical violence. Wamama wanafungiwa kwa mahospitali na watoto wao wanalelea kwa wards. Hapa KU hospital last year nilitoa wamama 6 ambao mmoja wao alikuwa amekaa kwa hospitali for 6 months. Akalea mtoto mpaka mtoto ameanza kugrow kwa hospitali kwa sababu hajalipiwa bills. Wamama hai, niendelee nisiendelee? Nifukuzwe nisifukuzwe? Nikifukuzwa mtanichukua? Niendelee kuteta? Nilete fujo katika bunge? Mnipatie ruhusa? Yeah, you are the people who are feeling. By the way, mimi nimeshamaliza kuzaa. Mimi nimemaliza kuzaa. Nyinyi ndio mnazaa. Si ndio? Kwa hivyo nisipowatetea maneno itaharibika. Kwa hivyo nataka mama mmoja ambaye amekuwa mstari wa mbele kutetea wamama, ambaye amekuwa akisema wamama wa Kenya wasifungiwe kwa mahospitali, wakizaa waruhusiwe waende wakanyonyeshee nyumbani, waende wakaponee nyumbani. Mimi nataka huyo mama akuje hapa. Nataka tutaanza na Mubi kwa sababu yeye ndio ako na obstetrical, alafu utakuja baadaye. Kwa hivyo Mubi kuja hapa, tupigie Mubi makofi.
Educate, liberate, celebrate. African women on the front line. Educate, liberate, celebrate. Viva women, viva. Viva. Forward with women organizing, forward. Kwa majina mimi naitwa Ruth Mombi. Mimi ni mwanaharakati, mtetezi wa haki za kibinadamu na hasa za kina mama. Niko very intentional na zile rights na deal nazo ni za kizazi za kina mama, sexual and reproductive health and rights. Na katika kazi yangu ya kutetea haki za kina mama za kiafya na reproductive health rights, tumekuwa tukifanya documentation. Tumedanganya ya kwamba SHA inafanya kazi na SHA haifanyi. Na SHA ile kitu imefanya imeleta a lot of inequalities in this country. I come from lower Madare, hapa tu, lower Modaiga, hapa tu, hapa chini. And what we have seen, kitu tulikuwa tumemaliza like 10 years ago, when mothers were being detained in Pumwani Hospital, we are still, it has come back again. We have been seeing adolescents, young mothers and teenage mothers being detained in hospitals because they cannot afford maternity fee, because SHA is not working. Our healthcare system, our public healthcare system has fallen. It's not working for the poor and working class women. To an extent, even in the pastoralist communities, they are even being forced to render title deeds as a surety so that they can have access to maternal rights. Shame. It's a shame. In a country where we are celebrating 15 years of our new constitution, in fact, it's not even new, 15 years of our constitution that is very intentional on the rights that, on our rights, especially Article 43. And instead of us as women celebrating motherhood, this current system, this current government has criminalized motherhood. And we are here to say that motherhood should and must not be criminalized in this country. Yes. It's our right as Kenyan women to access the highest standard of healthcare, as Article 43 of the Constitution says. And talking about femicide, last year, and I'm glad that my younger sister has spoken about it, what we also saw, it's weaponization of femicide. The government deliberately is using femicide as a tool to silence young women in this country. Shame. Because what we saw in Mokuru were bodies of young women who were on the front line in last year's protest. And we are here to remind them that we as women, we are not going to take it easy as you continue to kill our daughters and as you continue to kill our sons because of standing for their rights and because of being vocal and because they have refused to be cowed down, but they have intentionally decided that they are going to use their voice to demand what is right. So I'm here today to remind the government, this year, the 15th anniversary of our constitution, we are going to defend our constitution to the tooth and nail. Asanteni sana.
Very well. Very